Today in this video we talk about Chapter 1, Principles and Method of the Work.
So let's start. No creative visualization, no imagination, just awareness in the context of the clear vision techniques. It is advised that you never try to visualize or imagine anything. If images, lights, spiritual beings, or anything else comes to your vision, that is fine. But don't make them up. Don't try to induce them. Do not actively visualize any pattern into your field of consciousness. One of the reasons is, suppose an angel comes to you, truly. If you have been trying to visualize angels every morning for a few months, how will you know whether it is a true angel or one that you have made up? The problem is not to get into the perception of images or lights. If you put the techniques into practice, visions will come. The real problem is, once these visions come to you, how to discern what is real from what is a fancy of the mind. So the advice is, be spontaneous. Never plan or try to attract a vision. Just practice these techniques and then see what comes. This will make it much easier to reach the stage where you can rely on your vision. This approach should not be understood as a criticism of the paths that use creative visualization or imagination. There are many ways. What is true in the context of one particular system of development does not necessarily apply to others. In the clear vision style of work, the motto is just awareness. Trust your experience. Something good to remember is that when there is nothing to believe, there is nothing to doubt either. Since you are not trying to make anything up, don't waste your time worrying about whether you are really seeing what you are seeing. Trust your experience. Keep on practicing according to our sober principles, and your clairvoyance will flourish, growing in precision and reliability. As perceptions start repeating themselves, it will become easier and easier to trust them. Don't analyze during an experience. Do not try to analyze as soon as something happens. Otherwise, you will lose your perception immediately, because you will be caught straight back into the discursive mind. One of the keys to perception lies in the cultivation of a superior form of stillness, the capacity not to react when something takes place inside. Once the experience is over, you will have plenty of time to analyze it. Anyway, it is not necessarily by analyzing or discussing an experience that you will derive the most benefit from it. Experiences of consciousness are like seeds. It is when you ponder on them silently and digest them that they will mature into greater realizations. Psychic protection. Ordinarily, most people are psychically unprotected for two main reasons. Firstly, they are not able to see when a negative energy is around them and when caution is required. Secondly, they have not been trained to seal their aura to make it impermeable to external influences if needed. Being the organ of subtle perception and intuition, and the main switch of the body of energy, the third eye offers true and swersto these two problems. Firstly, it allows you to detect when your energetic environment is sick that prudence is needed. Secondly, it should be clear that our method does not only teach you how to open your eye, but also how to close your aura. From the very first techniques, the vibration in the third eye will begin to awaken a higher density of protective energy in your aura. This is not based on positive imagination or autosuggestion, but on the tangible perception of a vibrating energy all around you. Not on lingering meditation will you be able to awaken this protective energy, but also in the most varied situations of your daily life, such as taking a bus, walking in a busy street, or dealing with your boss or employees. More systematic methods of sealing the aura will be developed at length in chapters 17, 18, 20, and 21 on protection. The capacity to detect ley lines chapter 12 will also be of great help in establishing a sound protective environment. Practice, practice, practice. I don't think much will be gained just by reading the 22 chapters of this book. Whether you are young or old, healthy or sick, the key to success in your spiritual quest lies in 3 words: practice, practice, practice. It is certainly not necessary to withdraw from activity and meditate all the time in order to reach a high level of spiritual practice. You can follow this book without devoting more than 10 to 20 minutes daily to meditation exercises. but a number of practices will be suggested that are designed to be implemented during your daily activities. Try to make them habits and to incorporate this work as much as possible in your natural way of life. After exploring many different ways of self-transformation, one often comes to the conclusion that it is not so much the method or the style of work that matters, as far as realization is concerned. What makes all the difference is your capacity to persist along a path. Looking at the lives of a number of great masters, one discovers that they did not necessarily start at a high level. Sometimes they had to face far greater obstacles than those you may find on your way. But they persisted, to the point where no obstacle could resist, and huge enlightenments opened to them. Supernatural persistence is one of the most essential qualities a seeker can develop. The people who seem to get into high states of consciousness without having to go through any spiritual discipline are usually people who have gone through long and intense processes in their former lives. Whatever level you may be at, it is by constant attention to all the aspects of the practice that success will come to you. Those who say they will die first and then rise are in error. If they do not first receive the resurrection while they live, when they die, they will receive nothing.
The Gospel of Philip, translated by Wesley W. Eisenberg in the Other Bible, Harper Andrew, 1984, p. 96.